So welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us as we recognize and celebrate New York's class of 2024 National Board Certified Teachers. We are thrilled to recognize the 47 teachers who achieved this prestigious certification in December 2024 and the 72 educators who successfully maintained their certification. Earning this distinction is a testament to a teacher's dedication to excellence, their students, and the profession. Now, research shows that board-certified teachers play a critical role in strengthening our schools by addressing recruitment and retention challenges while leading advancements in education. Today's celebration is proudly hosted by New York State United Teachers, the New York State Education Department, and the National Board Council of New York. This event is being recorded and will be viewable afterward on the same webpage that we posted the information. My name is Susan LaFond. I'm an assistant in educational services with the Education and Learning Trust at New York State United Teachers and a proud NBCT myself. Going back 20 years, I was the class of 2005. I renewed back when it was called renewal in 2015, and then again in 2024, though then it was maintained. And I know firsthand how much dedication this process takes, and I couldn't be happier to celebrate your incredible achievement. Now, this event wouldn't be possible without the support of my colleagues working behind the scenes. Dana Fournier, Emily Allen, and Jai Kong from our communications department, Maureen Cacavalli and Jennifer Diso from the Research and Education Department. So let's take a moment to recognize and appreciate their efforts in making today's celebration a success. And let's get started and honor the incredible educators who have reached this milestone. And New York State United Teachers Vice President Jamie Sifone will kick off our celebration with an inspiring welcome. So as you see our agenda, you know what we'll be going through during this time together. Next, we'll hear from Elena Bruno from the New York State Education Department, and we have a video of Peggy Brookins, National Board for Professional Teaching Standards. Then it's time for our celebration of National Board Certified Teachers, which I consider our main event. We'll showcase your names through two video clips, one for the newly achieved and one for our mocks. Then Annette Romano and Amanda Zullo from the National Board Council of New York will take the baton and guide you through reflective activities to honor your journey, and then I get to close the event. So we'll stop showing that slide, and I'm going to introduce Jamie. Jamie L. Sifone was an educator with the New York City Department of Education for 21 years. Her experience includes 9 years as an ENL classroom teacher and 6 years as a school-based literacy instructional coach. Jamie has provided professional learning for teachers and paraprofessionals on both elementary and secondary levels. Most recently, she held a position of field liaison supporting schools in the Bronx. She also designed and implemented literacy, English as a new language, early childhood, and other professional learning opportunities for the UFT Teacher Center staff and New York City educators. Big job. For 6 years, she also coordinated and presented for American Federation of Teachers Center for School Improvement Leadership Institute. Jamie, let's hear from you.
Oh, good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for that introduction, Susan. It's truly an honor to be part of this celebration alongside our distinguished guest, NBPTS President and CEO, Peggy Brookins. I would also like to extend my deepest appreciation for our host partners, Elena Bruno from the State Education Department, as well as Annette Romano and Amanda Zullo from the National Board Council of New York. Their dedication and leadership play a pivotal role in advancing the National Board certification process, ensuring that educators across our state have the support they need to achieve this prestigious recognition. Before I go any further, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to the incredible NYSUT staff who have made today's recognition event possible. Maureen Kakavali, Jennifer Diso, Emily Allen, Jai Kong, and Dana Forner. A special acknowledgement goes to Susan LaFond, whose dedication and countless hours of hard work have brought this event to life. Susan, on behalf of the NYSUT officers, congratulations on successfully maintaining your national board certification. As NYSUT's go-to person for all things national board, your firsthand experience enhances your ability to support our members in invaluable ways. So congratulations again, Susan. To New York's newest and renewed National Board Certified Teachers, on behalf of all of us at the New York State United Teachers, congratulations. At NYSUT, we have been champions of National Board Certified Teachers because we know the profound impact you have on our profession. That's why we fought hard to establish and expand the Albert Schenker Grant Program, ensuring that cost is not a barrier for educators pursuing this rigorous and transformative process. We also understand that achieving national board certification is no small feat. It is a demanding and reflective journey, one that requires persistence, dedication, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. That's why NYSUT actively supports candidates through initiatives like our Writing Institutes, which provide critical guidance during the process. Our labor relations specialists also work diligently with local unions to negotiate financial incentives, including salary steps, for educators who earn this distinguished certification. Now more than ever, National Board Certified Teachers are essential. We are facing a teacher shortage crisis, and research tells us that NBCTs are nearly 3 times more likely to stay in the profession compared to their peers. Your expertise and leadership are instrumental in retaining quality educators and strengthening our schools. Beyond the classroom, board certification opens doors to leadership opportunities, whether it's mentoring new teachers, spearheading professional learning, or shaping policies that elevate our profession. In today's political climate, where education is often at the center of debate, NBCTs have the power to be a force for positive change. Your voice matters, your leadership matters, and your ability to advocate for students, colleagues, and the future of public education is more critical than ever. So today, we have 2 asks of you. Number 1, lift up the next generation of educators. Take new teachers under your wing, offer guidance, and help them find their footing. Nearly 50% of new teachers leave within their first 5 years, an alarming statistic that is even higher for our teachers of color. Your mentorship can make the difference between someone staying in the profession or walking away. And our second ask, be vocal about your passion for teaching. You wouldn't have completed this process if you didn't love this profession. So let that passion shine through in your conversations with your colleagues, your students, and with the community. Inspire the next generation by encouraging your students to see teaching as a fulfilling and meaningful career. And be intentional about whom you encourage. We need a teaching workforce that reflects the diversity of the students we serve. And lastly, pay it forward. Encourage your fellow educators to embark on their own national board journey, whether informally through conversations or by actively supporting a local cohort. Send them to NYSUT's National Board webpage, where they can find resources, including information on our writing institutes, to help them succeed. Once again, congratulations to our 47 newest and 72 maintained NBCTs. Your hard work, dedication, and passion are an inspiration to all of us. We celebrate your success today, knowing the impact that you make in your schools and communities will be felt for generations to come. So thank you, everyone, for being here today and for your rigorous work towards your National Board certification.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for such thoughtful and wonderful comments. Very much appreciated for everyone, Jamie. I am Elena Bruno, the coordinator of the Albert Shanker Grant for the New York State Education Department. And it is my pleasure to introduce a message from Peggy Brookins, a former National Board member, an NBCT, and the current president and CEO of National Board for Professional Teaching Standards. Peggy joined the National Board as Executive Vice President in 2014 and was named President and CEO the following year. Her long career as an educator includes many national leadership positions and accolades. In July 2014, President Barack Obama named Peggy as a member of the President's Advisory Commission on Education Excellence for African Americans. She came to National Board from the Engineering and Manufacturing Institute of Technology at Forest High School in Ocala, Florida, which she co-founded in 1994 and where she served as director and as a mathematics instructor. In her career, Peggy continues to serve on many boards, offering her vast education expertise. She has achieved her certification in adult young adolescent mathematics in 2003. Please welcome remarks from Peggy Brookins.
Hello, I'm Peggy Brookins, President and CEO of the National Board for Professional Teaching Standards, and a proud National Board certified teacher. It is with immense joy and pride that I congratulate New York's newly certified NBCTs, those who have maintained their certification, and the NB2Bs courageously continuing their certification journey. I extend our deepest gratitude to the New York State Education Department, New York State Unified Teachers, and the invaluable mentors, administrators, champions who have supported you throughout this journey. Their guidance, resources, and encouragement have been instrumental in making board certification possible. Reflecting on this past score release, I remember a mix of anticipation, excitement, and nerves as I awaited my maintenance of certification result. That moment of joy reaffirmed what we all know to be true. Achieving National Board certification is a testament to resilience, tenacity, and an unwavering commitment to our students and the craft of teaching. Becoming a National Board certified teacher requires countless hours of reflection, refinement, and a relentless pursuit of professional growth. Each of you has embodied those qualities in abundance, and today we honor your extraordinary achievement. I know that this path was not easy. Many of you have faced challenges balancing your certification journey with the demands of your classroom, personal responsibility, and an ever-evolving landscape of education. Yet, despite the obstacles, you persevered. To the NB2Bs still on their journey, know that you are not alone. The journey to excellence is rarely smooth, but it is always worthwhile. Lean on your fellow NBCTs, draw strength from this community, and remind yourself why you started. Your impact is profound, and your work is needed now more than ever. Research confirms that NBCTs have the greatest impact where it matters most, in the lives of students. Your achievement of National Board Certification is a powerful step toward ensuring that all students receive a quality education that they deserve. As you look ahead, I encourage you to continue expanding your influence beyond the classroom. Our profession needs your voice to amplify the impact of National Board Certification. So I urge you to take the next step. Get involved. Champion in educational excellence by advocating for policies that strengthen our profession. Mentor inspiring NBCTs. And share your National Board story with colleagues, policymakers, and community leaders. Together, we can create a world where every child has access to a high-quality education, every teacher receives the support they need to succeed, and excellence is the expectation. Once again, congratulations to each of you, and may you continue to shine brightly as beacons of hope and opportunity. Thank you.
Well, that was wonderful. Congratulations again to everyone, and we really thank Peggy for her contribution and her tireless work with National Board for Professional Teaching Standards. So, as I mentioned before, I'm Elena Bruno, the coordinator for the Albert Shanker Grant for the New York State Education Department. Most of you have had many communications with me over the years. The Albert Shanker Grant was established to defray the cost of the National Board for Professional Teaching Standards certification by supporting eligible New York State public school teachers. In 2024, we had some amazing changes to the regulations. The commissioner's regulations were amended for this application period of 2024 to 2025. New for this application period, the grant now not only supports candidates seeking their first National Board certification, it also will support candidates to take one retake or candidates who are seeking their maintenance of certification. So for all you newbies, this is going to be great for you in the next 4 years. The Albert Shanker Grant supports the teachers in a following of priority of funding. So first priority are teachers seeking their first certification. Then it is retake of one component, and then it would be for maintenance of certification. Believe it or not, 87% of you who are sitting here today, and we are celebrating for the class of 2024, all received the Albert Shanker Grant to pursue and become the better accomplished teachers for their students and to better the profession of teaching. Currently, we have 2,377 National Board certified teachers in New York State. As an NBCT, you now join 4% of the national teaching population that are certified by National Board. I can't say enough and repeat the amazing comments from Jamie and from Peggy that you are a wonderful contribution every day to your teaching profession and to the students in the state of New York. New York State Education Department recognizes that, appreciates it, and will want to support you in your continuing certification. As Peggy said, pay it forward. As Jamie said, pay it forward. Send people to the Albert Shanker Grant webpage on the National Board certification on New York State Education Department's webpage for further information and to encourage your colleagues to become nationally board certified. So I just want to close by saying congratulations to all of you. I know what a hard journey it can be and how daunting, and with everything else that every teacher has to juggle. Congratulations. Very, very happy for all of you. Thank you again.
So now it's time for the moment we've all been waiting for, celebrating our newest National Board Certified Teachers. As I mentioned, we're going to have two separate videos. The first one will be for our newest National Board Certified Teachers. And earning National Board Certification is a journey of dedication, reflection, and excellence. It represents a deep commitment to students, the profession, and the pursuit of continuous growth. And today we proudly recognize the 47 educators who achieved this prestigious milestone in 2024. Their hard work, resilience, and passion for teaching have led them to this incredible achievement. So let's take a moment to honor and celebrate their success with this video.
Thank you so much, Susan. And I'm Annette Romano. And I am here on behalf of the National Board Council of New York. I want to thank everyone who's made today possible and for including the National Board Council of New York Network in this celebration of NBCTs. Amanda Zullo and I are co-chairs of the NBCNY Network. It's a statewide network affiliated with the National Board for Professional Teaching Standards. Our leadership board members are made up of volunteers from organizations and NBCTs, and we all celebrate and recognize your dedication to your own professional growth and your commitment to students. Most people say the number one reason people pursue National Board is because they need a professional challenge, and you took on that challenge. So congratulations to you. This is the 18th year of our network, which started with conversations and collaboration with the stakeholders of the organizations that are here today. And today, NBCNY is a registered nonprofit public charity led by a diverse group of NBCTs. And what we try to do is connect teacher-centered regions through collaboration. We are grateful for the support of these organizations, as well as New York State teacher centers, districts, NBCTs, and all the trained facilitators that are out there supporting the process. We also really realize how important it was for you to have support from your family, friends, and colleagues. So congratulations to all of you, a really heartfelt congratulations. NBCNY strives to connect and support, connect, recruit, and support candidates, and encourage NBCTs as teacher leaders to provide a positive voice for P20 education and improve student learning. You are part of a growing movement of teacher leaders in our state and across the nation with the mission of elevating and professionalizing teaching, and most importantly, advocating for our students' needs. Wherever this journey takes you, please stay connected with NBCNY. And now let's continue to celebrate.
All right, and as we move into watching our video for our candidates, we just want to take this opportunity to really congratulate everyone, and especially our folks who have persisted through and obtained their maintenance of certification. I know Annette and I can both share it's not an easy process. You've heard several other people on our call and meeting tonight share. They've been through the maintenance of certification process as well. And really, one of our goals, both as a network as well as through this event, is to connect everybody together, both to celebrate as well as for share as an opportunity to connect and share some of what we learned throughout the process. The achievements in maintaining this certification, as well as achieving it for the first time, really set you apart from your peers. It also shows your unwavering commitment to our students across the state. So you are now one of the leaders out there in the field, whether you feel that yet or not. And you're really focused on what's to come next. And this is always a transformational point, both in a career and onward. So you've got this group of people here, you've got people at home, and you've got many other folks that you have yet to connect with who've been through the journey and who understand it. And that's part of the special features of becoming an NBCT. Right now, Annette and I would like to start to engage you in some conversations just to think back and reflect. And we know we're all experts at this based on being able to obtain the certification. So I echo what Susan just said, as well as Annette and all of our other great speakers. Now is the time to take center stage. Take a bow for the hard work and effort you've put forward. And as you start to see the names come across the screen, take note, there's a lot of overlap with certifications here, both from our new NBCTs as well as those who have achieved across the state. And we know part of this overlap is connecting to those learning communities, as well as having some influence, both locally within our schools, regionally within our areas of the state, as well as statewide, and for some even nationally.
Amanda, it's great to see some of these names from years before. So I recognize many of them, and some of them are actually facilitators working with candidates today. Some of, I see Gail Supdeo from the UFT Teacher Center, who's on today as she maintained her certification, and she has been supporting candidates for, I think as long as I have, which is 25 years this year. So it's
Yeah.
great.
Well,
Great.
and we saw Susan's name, right?
Yeah, Susan
So
was a candidate in my group. So it's great when she was an ENL teacher, or I think it was ESL at the time. Yeah, so it's great. I just see the MOC as just like in the medical profession, dipping your toe back into those standards every 5 years is so positive. I think it was a great move for National Board to do it every 5 years rather than every 10. So it just refreshes those standards and makes them part of your practice as we continue learning.
yay. So, and I know it's tough virtually to kind of feel all the love, but I hope you are at home and I hope you're surrounded by people who are celebrating with you just like we are. One of our next steps is going to be to engage in some chat and reflection, as I spoke about earlier. And we know we're all capable of this. And here we're fortunate to be on a portal where we can enter responses to questions somewhere and give feedback. One of the pieces to know is as you type in, people can either give an emoji or they can even make a comment right to you. But as we go through this next section, we're going to talk about some questions, and we think it's important to kind of share and interconnect around these major themes that we've got. So, our first question is, and it's going to appear on the screen too. And it's one of the things I always look forward to the most. But how did this process really impact student learning? And maybe it just impacted a perception of it. But how did the process for everybody, new national board, maintenance of certification candidates, going through the process of certification, how did that impact student learning? And as you see responses coming up on the screen, you can love and give feedback all along the way. So we've got some things coming in about differentiation, assessment, progress monitoring. These are all key things. Yeah,
Yeah,
mindfulness.
component 4, Amanda, really with the assessment has really, changed people's practice.
Mm-hmm.
Really amazing. I was working with candidates all day, so I'm kind of in that national board mood.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different things, right? And it's across the board. So one of the big pieces to it. So everybody's a little different, yet there are those similar threads that run through all of us who've been through the process.
I see a lot of reflection and student engagement, progress monitoring,
Oh,
self-assessment.
and so as you're finishing up your thought here, we're going to move. We've got a couple of these questions and we want to make sure, we're all getting a chance to kind of share. But if you're still finishing your response here, you're not in a hurry to go on to the next one. And I'm loving this. I'm seeing feedback. We've got a
Yeah,
bunch of experts here
yeah, we've got people yeah, love
diving
that.
deeper in. So, our next question: how does achieving this certification empower you to advocate on behalf of your students? Yeah, diving deeper and rethinking. And that's also one of the benefits and also sometimes one of the unsettling pieces to all of this. Those engagement pieces are amazing. And this is exactly what we're aiming for. So, as teachers and as members of learning communities, how do we advocate differently with the knowledge we now have?
And Amanda, don't you see the, now that you're a principal NBCT, don't you see how this crosses over like to APPR and the Danielson framework? I see domain 4 coming just right out here.
Yeah, and I really see it as like best practice for being able to do the work in our classrooms
Yeah.
and really being able to have that impact our communities need so much as well as our school buildings.
I agree. I think the national board standards help people really validate the things that they know they're doing well, and then it also helps them stretch into the areas that they needed to work on. So really does become part of their being, just knowing those standards.
Yeah, and a lot around the internalization piece of those too.
Yeah.
Right. And you definitely have a whole organization. And I know I'm up in the remote Adirondack Park in a remote rural place. And this group and these folks have been my network. So as I'm looking in, I see some people out there I know, and I know them from the certification process. And it's been an amazing thing to be a part of. Yeah.
Yeah, these are really interesting. I'm hoping that you're reading through, and I love how people are responding to each other. Yeah, I see just wonderful pieces here.
Yeah.
Um,
And so
it-
we are finish your thoughts on this question about empowering advocacy. We've got a couple more and we'll move to our next. Yeah, I'm loving the formulas. I like those are my teaching sides, right? Trying to make things understandable. Ah, you guys are rock stars. This is great.
yeah, they
Okay.
are the next generation of leaders.
Yeah. And so we're talking about most meaningful takeaways. This can always be tricky, right? We've got to kind of rank like, what's the big thing? And I always think about this question like, if we were getting on an elevator and somebody said, "Oh, you're an NBCT," my response would be, "Yeah, I am. This is why you should do it." And I know for me, it's really these interconnection pieces, as well as learning about myself and my students and the big community that I feel really tied to. And that's what this process really helped me out with. Yeah, purposeful conversations.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
reflection.
And those continuous improvement pieces. And they can be sometimes people hear that and they're like, "Oh, but yeah, we can all get better." I talk to teachers every day, like, "Oh, so what would be our next step?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I see Tracy wrote, that we are the experts in education. I also feel like in this kind of tumultuous time, we are seeing a lot of turnover in leadership. And teachers typically carry the history of our schools. And then
Mhm.
you're so important to really being an advocate for your students and for the context that you're working in. So to see yourselves as the experts, Tracy, I love how you pulled that out. That was great. Um, being more
Yes.
empathetic towards students who want to give up that social emotional piece. It's been huge.
Hmm. Yeah. And while only been through 3 questions here, and we've got a whole bunch more we would all love to talk with you about. So keep that in mind as you start to see things coming out, both in your region as well as across the state. And please feel free to jump on in and have a conversation or reach out to Annette and I. Part of our goal is to bring everybody together and give a mutual sandbox that has unlimited dimensions for people.
I never knew you could click on one of the little emojis and it just, rather than finding another emoji, you can just click on one and it adds to it. I just
Yeah.
learned something.
Ay,
Thank you all.
learners at heart.
Now I'm even faster at doing them.
All right, why don't we go to the second to the last slide and we'll close everything up. That means Maureen's got to scramble to move forward.
Thank you, Susan.
Well, actually, a heartfelt thank you to you, Annette and Amanda, for leading today's reflective activities. I'd also like to express my gratitude to Executive Vice President Jamie Safone, NBPTS President and CEO Peggy Brookins, and Elena Bruno, Coordinator of the New York State Albert Schenker Grant at the New York State Education Department, for joining us and recognizing New York's class of 2024 National Board Certified Teachers. As we close today's celebration, I encourage you to keep the momentum going in your districts and your communities. Your achievement is not just a milestone, it's a launching point. Use your voice to elevate and professionalize teaching and be an advocate as education continues to evolve in response to the changing political landscape. Remember, though, this is just the beginning. In 5 short years, all of you will be facing maintenance of certification on the horizon. So start now, document your growth, reflect on your practice, and continue evolving as an educator. Take a moment to embrace your family, friends, and colleagues who have supported you on this journey and will continue to do so in the years ahead. But don't travel this road alone. Bring others with you. Encourage fellow educators to pursue National Board Certification and help strengthen the teaching profession together. One of the best ways to find success on this journey is to go through the process with a support group. And as you know, I was in Annette's group way back in 2003. And many teacher centers offer free cohorts. Sometimes districts will establish those as well. They're led by experienced professional learning facilitators, many of whom are NBCTs themselves. In addition, NYSUT offers grant-funded writing institutes across the state to help candidates navigate this process. And I truly understand how valuable these groups can be. Not only was I in Annette's in 2003, I was in as a retake candidate in 2004 because I did not achieve my first time. Also in my renewal in 2013 and then most recently in 2023, when I participated in 2 support groups for my maintenance certification because it was really imperative that I achieve that. And having a network of support makes all the difference. So I encourage you to find or create a community that will help you grow and succeed. This slide here is from NYSUT's landing page of supports that you can access at nysut.org/NBPTS. I do have a QR code if you're not aware of it. We have links to the Albert Schenker Grant, to a resource for those thinking about National Board Certification that I created, and to, and of course, I just jumped up to my next page here, to NYSUT's, let me jump one, to NYSUT's Writing Institutes, as well as to NBCNY, all of the groups that are represented here today. And for our very last slide, congratulations again to our 47 newly certified and 72 renewed NBCTs. Your commitment to excellence makes a profound impact, not just on your students, but on your colleagues, your schools, your districts, and all of New York State. Thank you for making a difference. And this event recording will be available on the NYSUT website. It will also be linked to NYSCD's Albert Shaker Grant webpage and NBCNY's website. So thank you so much and congratulations. Happy Valentine's Day. And for those of you who are off next week, enjoy. If not, you do get a 3-day weekend, I hope. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, everybody.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you so much, everyone, for being part of this. Great to see you all and connect.
Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciation to everyone. Thank you,
Cheers now. I
Susan.
think it's happy hour.
Happy hour was Saturday in December 2024 when the results were shared ahead of time to the NBCTs.
That was probably a mimosa party.
Take care, everybody. And
Congratulations. Celebrate at home. Celebrate with those who have helped you and know that we're all celebrating you too. Thank you to our partners for offering this awesome event.